He was 6'10" with the agility of a guard, the strength of a power forward, and the confidence of someone who knew, not thought, he belonged on every highlight reel. Michael Beasley didn't just play basketball, he hypnotized you with it. As a freshman at Kansas State, he averaged 26 points and 12 rebounds, a stat line that belonged in the NBA, not college. So, when the 2008 draft rolled around, he was a no-brainer number 1, 2 pick behind Derrick Rose. Miami took him, the future looked set. But even before that first NBA tip-off, there were cracks in the image. Beasley had bounced between 6 high schools in 5 years. That's not just teenage rebellion. That's a kid searching for stability, for trust, for something he never quite found. And in the league, the chaos followed. He skipped rookie orientation to party, set off hotel fire alarms, smoking weed at 2 a.m. He was in rehab before his second season even started. Still, the talent was undeniable. You could be furious at Beasley on Monday, then sit courtside on Tuesday and watch him drop 30 without breaking a sweat. That's the kind of player he was. Every GM told themselves the same lie. If we get him in our system, we can fix him. But Beasley didn't need a system. He needed peace. And then came the money. Over 10 seasons, Michael Beasley made $50 million. Enough to buy a future, provide for a family, and ride off into a sunset. But money without stability is just a temporary distraction. His finances were being handled by people he trusted, friends, family, professionals, and one day, he opened his bank account and saw zero, gone. All of it. His personal accountant had allegedly stolen everything. Years of sweat, sacrifice, pressure, wiped out. And it wasn't just someone in a suit, it was someone close. Someone Beasley had let into his circle. The betrayal hit harder than the loss itself. Still, Beasley did what he always did, kept hooping. He told the Timberwolves he was done getting in trouble. He wanted to grow, and for a while, he did. He stayed out of the headlines. Until one night, driving 85 in a 65, police found 16 grams of weed in his car. The league was in a lockout, so no punishment came. But fans had already stopped expecting more. Then Phoenix called, gave him an $18 million contract, a clean slate. 6 months later, he was caught speeding again, this time with a loaded gun in the glove compartment. The Suns waived him. Another chance gone, but it was never a single explosion with Beasley. It wasn't one scandal. It was death by 1,000 cuts, misstep after misstep, a slow-motion collapse. Eventually, he landed with the Lakers. But by then, the narrative had shifted. He wasn't a star in waiting, he was the punchline, the meme. The guy who checked into a game wearing the wrong shorts and had to sprint back to the locker room mid-game. The internet laughed. The late-night shows joked. But what no one knew is that his mom had just died, and his cousin, that same day. Beasley later said, "The whole world laughed at me. It hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna lie." After that season, he was gone. No contract, no tryouts, just silence. The pandemic hit. Overseas leagues closed. No China, no Europe. Even the G League was quiet. For the first time in years, Beasley had nothing. And that's when he hit rock bottom. He started sleeping in his car, not for a few nights, for 2 years. A man who once earned $50 million, a man who had blocked Kobe Bryant, a man who, according to teammates, could go one-on-one with LeBron James and win, was homeless. Beasley never made it a sob story. He didn't ask for sympathy. He just said, "I cried for help. Then I tried myself. I hurt. But tomorrow came. I couldn't let the sun beat me." That line says everything about him. He never quit hooping. You'd see shirtless clips on Instagram, him frying defenders at open runs, looking like a man who never lost a step. That's when he said it. The phrase we now hear every day. I'm him. Beasley coined it. But the saddest part? Right after those games, he'd walk out of the gym and climb into his car. That was home. Then came the big three. Ice Cube's league gave him a call, and Beasley, still in shape, said yes. He joined the Miami 305 team and went absolutely off. 23 points a game, 7 boards, back-to-back MVPs, the face of the league. But even that wasn't enough. He had more to prove. So when a one-on-one platform called The Next Chapter offered a high-stakes game, $100,000 on the line against Lance Stevenson, Beasley signed up. The trash talk was wild. Beasley said, "I'm gonna make you dance, Lance." He wasn't bluffing. Final score? 31-21. It wasn't even close. Since then, Beasley's called out Joe Johnson, Carmelo Anthony, anyone who wants smoke. But here's the difference now. It's not about revenge. It's about redemption. It's about building something no one else thought possible. A life, not just after the NBA, but because of what the NBA couldn't give him. His own thing. Today, Beasley's respected again, not by executives or media talking heads, but by hoopers, by fans, by people who understand how hard it is to lose everything and still bet on yourself. He built his comeback in gyms, in quiet workouts, in the silence after everyone had moved on. He's not chasing an NBA return, he's chasing peace, purpose. And if he happens to make some people look foolish along the way, well, that's just basketball. Michael Beasley isn't a cautionary tale. He's a reminder. That talent alone doesn't guarantee anything. That the people closest to you can sometimes do the most damage. That mental health, grief, and survival don't care how many points you average. But he's also proof of something else. That even when you lose everything, your money, your career, your name, if you never lose the love, you've still got a shot. Beasley never stopped loving the game. And in the end, it loved him back.